Who decides if strange science research papers should be retracted? Have you ever wondered what happens when a research paper, especially one that reports strange science, needs to be retracted? It's a fascinating process that involves several key players. The decision to retract a paper usually falls to the editors of the academic journal that published it. They take this responsibility seriously, as it impacts the integrity of scientific literature. Sometimes, the authors themselves or their affiliated institutions can initiate a retraction. This often occurs when they discover serious errors or misconduct in their work. The process is not taken lightly. It typically involves an investigation and discussions between editors, authors, and sometimes independent reviewers. They work together to determine if the findings are so flawed that they can no longer be trusted. Retractions are not about punishing authors for presenting strange results. They are reserved for cases where the findings are seriously compromised due to issues like errors, fraud, plagiarism, or ethical violations. If a paper is retracted, it remains accessible but is clearly marked as retracted. A notice explaining the reasons for the retraction helps other researchers avoid relying on invalid data or conclusions. In the realm of weird science, where experiments can yield quirky results, the same rules apply. Even if the research is unusual or controversial, it will only be retracted if there is clear evidence of flaws or unethical practices. Editors and publishers follow guidelines from organizations like the Committee on Publication Ethics to ensure that retractions are handled fairly and transparently. Authors who recognize honest mistakes have the option to request a retraction. However, the final decision rests with the editors. They may refuse the request if the reasons do not meet the necessary criteria for retraction. This system helps maintain trust in the scientific community, even when studies are unconventional. So, the next time you come across a strange science paper, remember that the decision to retract it involves careful consideration by journal editors, collaboration with authors, and adherence to established guidelines. This process is essential for keeping the scientific record accurate and reliable.